Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, this podcast is brought to you by Final Form Supplements. Final Form Supplements is a supplement brand with honesty labeling. So the labeling in supplements is Wild Wild West. Sometimes labels aren't honest. They have things in there that's on in there. We don't have to worry about that with Final Form Supplements. We got everything you need from protein powder, creatine, skin care, soap for your skin, handcrafted soap, and we have all kinds of things. Go to finalformsubs.com. That's SUPPS. Finalformsubs.com. Use promo code CoachStrib, all caps, no space. Get 10% off your order. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe on whichever video you're watching here at Ivy Talks Podcast Network. And enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. Again, just like the last episode, we are kicking off season 2 of the NBA coverage. And we have my boy here, just like last year, coming back for this season, Coach Calvin, Coach Williams, if you will. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to go over the standings for the East and the West, go over some statistical leaders, and then we'll talk about what we're seeing so far, even though it is early into the season. So in the East, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They started off 9-0. They're 9-0, so they're still undefeated. The only undefeated team left in the league. Then at 2, we have Boston Celtics. At 3, Pacers. 4, the Nets. 5, Hawks. 6, Knicks. 7, Miami. 8, Bulls. 9, Charlotte. 10, Orlando. 11, Wizards. Pistons. 12. At 13, we have the Raptors. Bucks are at 14. And 15, we have the 76ers there. In the West, we have a 3-way tie for number 1 in the West between the Suns, Thunder, and Warriors. They're all 3, 7-1. Rockets are at 4. Dallas is at 5, and Sacramento's at 6. Denver's at 7. Houston, Dallas, Sacramento, and the Nuggets, they all actually have the same record at 5-3. Again, it is early, so there's going to be some separation there, but they're all tight there in that race for basically that 4th spot. At 8, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. 9, Memphis Grizzlies. 10, Los Angeles Lakers. 11, the Clippers. 12, Spurs. Portland 13, Pelicans 14, Utah Jazz are there at 15. Spurs at 12. Now, going over some statistical leaders real quick. Points per game. At number 1, we got Anthony Davis at 32.6 points per game. Rebounds, Nikola Jokic for Denver, 13.5. Assists per game, Nikola Jokic at 11. Steals per game, Jordan Poole at 2.8. Blocks per game, no surprise there. Victor Wembanyama at 3.8. Field goal percentage, Clint Capella at 73.6. 3-point percentage, we have Alec Burks at 64.3. Free throw percentage, Steph Curry, he is at 100% so far this year in the free throws. There's a 3-way tie for first at free throw percentage between Stephen Curry, Trey Mann for the Charlotte Hornets, and Darius Garland for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're all 100% so far in the season. Minutes per game, Maxey at 41. Turnovers, James Harden at 5. So I'm going to open up the floor to Coach Calvin. Before we get too deep, obviously it's early in the season, so there's probably not too much to talk about. But I do want to know what your take is on – I think all eyes are on the Boston Celtics. That first game, they set I believe, an NBA record for most three-pointers made in a single game at 29. They seem like they're playing with a chip on their shoulder, even though they've won. They're the defending champs, but it seems like how that Olympic spurt went with Jaylen Brown not making it. Derek White made it. Jason Tatum not playing, big minutes when it seemed like they needed to. And then you had Derek White, who stepped up and had a critical role in the Olympics. So you got, some stuff going on there. What's your take on what you think the Celtics, for the Celtics, what does it mean for them this season?
I think now, since, to be honest, like Steph and all them and everything, like Clay, like they're not on the same team. So it's like I feel like they're the next big like duo, like of the NBA and everything. So I feel like they still got to like obviously they're just coming off a championship. And you mentioned the Olympic stuff. I mean, even though they just came off of that, I mean, kind of a slap in the face of Jason Tatum. The only person that made all first team on the team didn't play as much, and Derek White played more minutes than him and everything.
Right.
I get it. He wasn't playing good or whatever. He wasn't shooting a good percentage. I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like you could use him in some different scenarios and everything like that. I just don't see how you kind of overlook a player like that in my eyes and everything.
Right.
In my opinion. But yeah, man, I think it's just a big testament to Jason Tatum. He's just like, I'm just using it fuel for fire. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. And Derek White, I mean, I mean, he's still gonna play. I mean, so
Right.
that's the only thing I got to really say about that, man. I mean, they look, bro. When Kristaps comes back, it's gonna be another monster, bro. Like
Oh
you,
yeah, yeah.
they're
People forget
starting,
about that.
dude. They're starting five. I don't think you understand. It is like literally the perfect team. It's just like you have a well-known veteran guard that if you do need him to score, he will. But also, he will lock you up 94 feet. They got a backup guard, Peyton Pritchard.
Oh, that's right. Drew Holiday he was also at the Olympics, so I forgot to tell him over. He as well had a critical role with the Olympics. But yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, backup point guard, Peyton Pritchard, fucking dog. He's like a TJ McConnell and everything. When he gets in, it's that team, that's a defensive team, bro. And then you
yeah,
got you got Derek White, play both sides of the floor very well. Great 3-point shooter. You got Jalen Brown at 3. Uh, great two-way player. I mean, Jason Tatum shows spurts and everything where he can play defense and everything. And then you
right.
got Kristaps, man, like, come on. They got this other dude too that I was watching. Like, I told you that I said haven't been watching games, but I saw like a little clip and everything. The Celtics got this one dude on their team that is going to be perfect for them when playoffs come. I forgot his name, but do you remember Robert Williams that played?
Right.
He is literally the exact same player, like body build and everything.
Is it?
But bro,
Is he a center?
yeah, he's a center. It's
Is it
Neemias Quatar.
Neiman? Quinn? Yeah, Quinn.
Bro,
Eta?
that, bro, that he is basically the same player type as Robert Williams, but just with a bigger motor. Like, dog, bro, that is a scary ass team, bro. And you talk about the shit that happened off season, just fueling the fire. Like, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot. I think there's a lot on the line for Celtics because the way that they're playing so early, I think they have obviously they should have this type of level of confidence, but I think for them it's back to back. That's the expectation is to run it back because they pretty much kept their core. Drew Holiday's back, Derek White's back, Jalen Brown's back, Kristaps Porzingis back, Jason Tatum's back. Not only is Jason Tatum's back, he's also playing even more efficient than he did last year. So, there's a lot of talk about Jason Tatum. He played well during the season, but when you look at what he in the finals, he didn't play that well, which I think led to him not playing many minutes in the Olympics because he shot 30-some% from the field in the finals. He's not good. Luckily, he still made shots when he needed to, and he's a defensive presence. And like you said, they're a strong defensive team. So where he lacked in his shooting in terms of like his struggles, he made up for it in passing the ball, rebounding, and defending. But this year, it seems like he's playing even better. And if he can carry what he's doing right now into the playoffs, it's almost a done deal. That they back to back. Now, the one last thing I do want to talk about, since again it's early, there's not too much to break down, but we are going into 10 games into the season, and the Cleveland Cavaliers tomorrow are looking to go 10-0. Wait, it's today. What's today's date? Yeah, tomorrow they're looking to go 10-0. They're currently 9-1. They play the Warriors, who are off to a phenomenal start. First of all, shout out to Buddy Hield. He is playing phenomenal. That was a great pickup by the Warriors. Steph Curry, he was out for a good stretch. His first game back was, I believe, this week. He's out for a good stretch, and they still started the season off 7-1. And so they're fighting for that number one spot in the West. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland, he came back and he's playing well. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell's going crazy, and even Jared Allen and Karis LeVert, and you have oh my gosh, I forget his name, but they got another guy. I think he comes off the bench, but hang on, let me find his name. Is it no? It's not Tyson. Dean Wade. Dean Wade's coming off. He's playing pretty well. So it's almost like they not only are they a well-oiled machine, but they got depth. How and I don't, they did well last year. I believe they've ended up finishing like fourth or fifth in the East. What do you think? Do you think that the Cavaliers are a legit contender? I know it's early, but again, 9-0. Now they could go and lose 6 straight, right? We don't know. But the way they're playing now, it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. How, or my question is, are the Cleveland Cavaliers a legit contender for the finals? Or are they one of those teams that you got to worry about in the East? Are they top two? Are they a contender? A contending team?
Let me look real quick. Let me look at the go back.
They're playing. Jared Allen's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's got a shot to win Defensive Player of the Year.
All right. All right. This is my only thing. You still got to deal with the Pacers, the Heat, the Bucks when they figured it out, because they're starting off shit right now.
Do they figure it out?
I would assume so. I hope
They
so.
just fired their head coach.
I know. You can't have Giannis in the Bucks in the bottom tier of the East. That's just not acceptable, I feel like. That has never
They're
happened
running.
in his career. Once he got to the stardom level and everything, that has never happened in his career. Like, I don't think he's gonna go for that, bro. And then you gotta think about the 76ers, they're missing Joel. When Joel comes back, you know what type of monster he is. And we got PG. So you got those 5 teams right there. You could even throw the Magic in there too, dude.
Can you?
But they're missing Paulo. So that's what I'm saying.
Right, but
There's a
if
lot
you
of
look
good,
at
I don't know if I can really answer this question because, bro, like it's early. There's people missing. I mean, fuck, Lonzo Ball just came back and they're sitting 8 right now. Let him get ramped up. They may go up to 6 or 5. We don't know.
hey, Cleveland was missing Darius Garland too. They're
That's what
still
I'm
9-0.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I think Cleveland's a legit team. I think they're a legit contender.
I think they are too, but bro, we're missing some pieces on some other teams, dude. That's why I can't give you a
Yeah, but it might be like that all season for a bunch of teams because they're missing Cleveland's still missing Max Strus. Max Strus, he's out, and they're still 9-0. And
but
not only
bro,
that, but if you
you
look
gotta
at
look at it. But you gotta look at it too. The Hornets, they disregard their record. They could make some noise, man. Melo's playing out his
he's playing phenomenal.
goddamn
He's
mind.
playing
Trey
phenomenal.
Mans is playing phenomenal too. Like, and people didn't even know who Trey Mans was.
All right, Calvin, let me read this off to you. Cleveland are in the rankings. They are first in points per game, first in field goal percentage, sixth in 3-point field goals. They're second in 3-point field goal percentage. They are sixth in assists, first in assist ratio, third in steals. They are first in true shooting, first in effective field goal percentage, first offensive rating, fifth defensive rating, and they are tied first for Pythagorean wins. So it's not just offensively. They're dogs playing defense as well. Like, I get what you're saying, though. It is early. There are teams that are hurting in terms of the injuries, so it's tough to say. So I do understand. But it's just watching them play, it's like well-oiled machine, both sides of the ball.
I think, and you know what I think it is, bro? I really think that people just know their position. They know they role.
They know their role.
I really think that's what it is. You don't
They
see Jared Allen like complaining about points. He's a fucking paint defender, bro. Like, I'm gonna go get the trash buckets and block somebody in the paint. Like Evan Mobley, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, but I'm gonna stretch the floor a little bit.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell, get the fuck out the way when I start getting in my bag.
Right.
Same with Darius.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely excited. I'm gonna watch some games tonight. There's some games. I think all 3 of them started at 7, so I'll get to crib and watch that. But I believe that's all we have. We had anything else before we wrap it up?
No, man. No, nothing.
Well, y'all heard it here first. Where I'm excited here at the NBA coverage to see how this season plays out and who's gonna win that chip at the end of the season. But again, we appreciate you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week. Deuces.
I'm gonna chase